Hey guys, so this is a little intro to our blog, how we do it, what we do, and basically who we copy. Not supposed to say that, but so this is the project. This is the just sort of the guidelines, the tutorial. This is what you would reference if you need to go back and look at any info. Best place to start would be the guidelines. Okay, so our blog is here. It lives on Shopify. You can see the front end here. It's accessible in a few places, but our main menu will take you there. It's called the Daily Dish. Okay, let's go back here. Things load slow on my computer when I record. So that's where the blog lives. Okay, and basically what I do is I copy what our competitors do and I list them here. The reason for it is because there's two or three big companies that spend a lot of money on marketing research, what their customers want to hear about, what they should be writing about, and let them spend the money on it. And we sort of follow their lead. We do not copy 100% what they do, but we take the idea, we reword a few things, we add our own links and formatting, and that's kind of how I do it. For better or worse, right or wrong, I found it's kind of the easiest way to get through these. Okay, so we'll go into that in a second. The blog gets written in Google Docs, okay, and it's stored under this folder here. This is shared in the support at Pawn Naturals Google Docs. It's under the blog folder, so just look for blogs, right? Okay. When you write it, let's say Maya's writing this one, we'd go into her folder, and then we'd go new Google Doc. Okay, create and share, and then make sure you name it whatever blog topic is. Okay, and that is how we write, where we write the blog. Okay, all blog elements. So this basically goes through. We write it in G-Docs, make sure you spell check and grammar check, and then we put it in Shopify. And when you're writing the blog, there's a few things we want to keep in mind. One topic per blog, 1 to 3 paragraphs. Keep it simple, stupid. Write in general terms, not too detailed, but using keywords which are important. The reason why blogging is important, by the way, is because 1, it establishes us as experts. Number 2, and most importantly, Google likes original content on websites, so that when it crawls your site for information and decides what to put up on the page when people search, this is what it looks for. So the more original content you have, the more Google likes you, let's just put it that way, and the less money you have to pay to get up on the search ranking page. So keywords, keep it simple. Always include a featured graphic. You always want to, I'm going to say almost always want to include products, photos, and links towards the end of the blog, which I'll show you. And if there is a company we're specifically talking about, you want to hashtag them. Okay. You want to create the blog graphic in Canva using this project, which is the correct size, and you can copy one of these pages and just swap out info colors or start over, whatever's easiest, but use a relevant graphic. Make sure you also use a name in the blog. So those are the elements needed, okay, before we transfer over to Shopify. So then once you write the blog, you go into Shopify, which you will find the blog here under Online Store Blog Posts. and you would add a new post. Okay. And let's get an example of a post. It looks kind of like product. So you would put the title here. You would add these are not the right size, but you would add a photo. You can add a photo. Always add a photo here. You can add a photo to the body. Okay. And then you will see how this is nicely formatted. I like bullet points. It keeps things sort of organized and not so paragraphy. And then you will see how we use our products with links, which I don't know if we even sell these anymore, but this is an older blog. But then we link to and showcase products basically that refer to what we're talking about. You also want to use tags. Make up tags if there aren't any for this topic, and come up with as many detailed kinds as you can, because it does help people search and it helps Google crawl our sites. So those are sort of the elements of the blog. Also, make sure you select your name when you start writing. We'll have your name here as the author, so you can get an author credit. And then just so you can see what it looks like on the front end. That's a wrong size graphic, but that's sort of it. And this is not formatted correctly. This is what we did in the old system. Okay, but that's the blog page. And then there's the main blog, the Daily Dish, where everything lives. Okay, those are the main elements of the blog. Okay, then there's the different blog types. I'll go through them quickly. Nutrition topics. This is general. This is talking about nutrition, centered around dispelling myths, common nutrition topics. Here's a great example. Only Natural Pet blog talking about different myths. Okay. They use a lot of links. So if we were using their article, you want to get those links out. Make sure there's nothing referring back to their site. Okay, so that's one type. Ingredient focused. That would be like the coconut oil, goat milk, pumpkin, where you definitely want to be referring to products towards the end. Here's a great example of goat milk, why it's so good, and then talk about our goat milk products at the end. Okay. The other ones would be brand and spotlight and new item highlighting, basically. So you want to talk about a new brand. You want to talk about one of our main brand lines. Here's a great example. Here's great examples of Kreisers where they name the product, why we love Primal, why we love From. And again, they use tags. This is why tags are important to categorize. And then you want to name the product. This would be great to run in conjunction with a promo. And, and again, copy what they do, not verbatim, but change a few sentences, which makes it not plagiarism. Okay. So highlight brands, new items, seasonal topics, very important. Seasonal topics, timely topics centered around what's going on during the season, basically. Here is a very good, another Kreisers, anything tagged summer, okay? Have your dog beat the heat, cooling products, that sort of thing, where you give them advice, and see, they don't reference any products here. If we can, we always want to reference stuff at the end. So I would throw in the water fountains, the cooling pads, the cooling bandanas, cold frozen bones, ice cream. All of that can be factored into like a heat topic. Okay. Then the last one would be features and benefits of Paw Naturals. This is where I list, where a lot of these companies really don't do blogs on this, where I sort of list all of the reasons you'd want to shop at our store. quantity discounts, frequent buyer, discounts for military, pause free shopping, curve, you know what I mean? Very brief little blog just talking about tooting our own horn sort of thing. And then providing a link to at least the page on our website. Okay, so that is pretty much the blog project. How we do it, where we do it, and basically I will put assignments in here, but I kind of want everybody working on this a little bit. 1 or 2 a month would be great. We can knock these out and schedule them ahead of time, but definitely go through our competitors' blogs, see what they do. So all of these are great, and I've used these for all of these. Animal Wellness Magazine, I love. Some really interesting, timely things, how to, store it, just things that you talk about to your customers a lot. Also would be great for blogs that you mention more than 1 or 2 times. But this is important. It doesn't seem like it's important, but it is important to our marketing stack. And even better if we do it in conjunction with a sale or timely when new products do come in, or during the season. So I want everybody to try their hand at this. I'm going to stop talking now and let you guys kind of dig in. Also, one other thing. There are article rewording tools. I didn't list them here, but I will. Some of them work good, okay? Some of them make you sound like you're from a foreign country and you don't know English, okay? Some of them are pretty good. If you were putting, the article into, you may want to see how it comes out and you can just look for a rewording tool and just, I don't know, you want to see what comes out. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It just lets you think less. Oh, for CAPTCHA, I got to do this bullshit. But there's a lot of them. If you want to try them, be sure you reread before you post anything, okay? To reword, see how it's changing here. You want to go through and see if it sounds like native English. If not, try a different one or don't use them. Just change a few sentences. This is not something we're going to write by ourselves. We're going to use the research and the money that the other companies put in to find out what to write. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know, but I'm going to start assigning this stuff off. Cool.